evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome, my dear people. Thanks for being on time. So today we're going to start the next unit. Okay? The next unit number 8. Okay, I see many people without cameras. So please send a message to the group. Send a message to the group, please. And if you have a specific situation, okay? Because are part of the rules. It's not me, right? Those are the instructions.
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening, Arlene. Welcome. Okay, so please remember. Okay, we're gonna start unit 8. You're already in classroom, right? So you can send the activity number what? Number 5 and number 6. No, number 6 and number 7. Okay, you can send number 6 and number 7 because we already conclude unit 6 and unit 7. Okay, unit 8, not yet. If you don't want, not yet. Because we're gonna start today, we're gonna start unit 8. Okay? If you have any problem to join classroom, report it, please. Say there in the group, okay, I can join classroom. I have a problem to register in classroom. Okay, say it, please, to the coordinator or to the, I don't know who. But please say it. Okay, say it. Because it's important that you to be part of classroom. Okay, well, let's go to work. Let's jump right into work. Let me share the book for you. Let me open the book. And here we go with unit 8. Okay. Okay, Carlos, say it in the group, please. Say it, write it in the group. Because when I send the picture, they will know why that you always without camera, that you have a problem. And everybody who has a problem with the camera, report it in the group. So the coordinator, the supervisor, right, everybody can see that you have a problem. And that's why you appear without camera in the screenshots. Okay? So the same for Cesar, for Alejandro, and for Luis. Okay, please do it. Thanks, Carlos. Thank you. Okay. So I hope to see your messages, Alejandro and Luis. Okay, Mr. Hernandez and Mr. Ramirez. Send a message to the group, please. So the coordinator, the supervisor, and everybody will know why the pictures are without, I mean, don't turn it on just in the moment, please. Okay, so they will know that that's, I don't know, that you have a problem. Okay, thanks. Well, let's continue with unit.
Hola, teacher. Hello.
Good
Hi.
evening, sir.
Good evening. Sorry, I have to take a call right now. Someone called me, and that's why I had to turn off the camera.
Okay, well, I hope that it's not the whole class, right?
No. Sorry, just
Okay,
it was
okay.
just no.
Thanks for mentioning. Thanks for telling us. Okay, good. So in this case, we have a new vocabulary. You see, we have a new vocabulary that is not related anymore with houses, with home. No, that is very different. Now we're gonna work during this unit. We're gonna engage, we're gonna have a different vocabulary that is related to professions or occupations. Okay, so we have there different professions or occupations, right? So we're gonna get familiar with this. I'm gonna play the audio for you, but maybe you can tell me first. Who is a doctor? Tell me the number. Who is the doctor? Who is an accountant? Who is a security guard? Tell me, what do you think? I'm gonna send the pictures to the group so you can check. Give me a second to send the pictures.
Taxi driver, letter O. Hello.
Yes, give me a second, please. I'm answering in the chat. Thanks for mentioning. Okay, Carlos, I see that you wrote, okay, the message, okay, there are answers. So you see that's what I don't check messages, okay, because I have to stop the class. That's why I never answer messages. But in this case, because of the cameras, right, that's why I have to answer. So they know that I asked for the cameras, okay? Okay, so excuse me, but you know, that's why I never take the phone. Okay, but I sent the pictures. I sent the pictures to the group so you can check there. Because here you can see complete. If you see complete, it will be far. Like this, right? Very far. So that's what I sent the pictures to the group. So you can be checking there. So can you repeat, sir? I don't know who said that.
I say the number 2 is a taxi driver.
Okay, number 2, a taxi driver. Correct, a taxi driver.
Number 5 is server.
Number 5 is?
Server.
Okay, letter N, server. Okay.
Yes.
Correct.
Teacher number 12 is nurse.
Okay, so nurse, correct. Can be a boy or a girl, right? Remember, nurse is not just for girls, boys and girls. Correct.
Yes.
What else?
Number 15.
Number?
15.
15?
30. 15.
16.
No, 13.
13.
13 is doctor.
Okay, of course, right? Of course, it's a doctor. Okay. Anybody else?
Teacher
Anybody? Yes,
number 6, chef.
let's see.
Teacher,
Correct. Number 6, Miss, is
the
chef.
number 8,
8, maybe 8,
8,
8 with T. Number 8,
8,
8 with T. 8
8,
T,
Letter H.
T, T.
8,
And okay, number 8 or letter H?
number 8,
Okay, and number 8. So it's not letter, sir. It's not H. She said number. Okay,
number 8
okay. Number 8, tell me.
is A. Accountants.
Accountant, correct. Number,
As
correct. Number
Ac-
8 is an accountant. Very good.
accountant.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. Number 8. Anybody else?
Number 3 is
Yes.
a
Vendor, correct. Number 3 is a vendor. Aha, good. What else do you have?
Number 4, house.
Let me check. Let me check. Number 4. Here. Correct. A host.
Number 1, teacher.
Yes, miss?
Security guard.
Number 1, look,
Yes.
it's not a security guard.
A police officer.
Police officer.
Yes, it's a police officer.
Police.
Police officer.
Yes, police officer. Correct.
Thanks.
Okay. Thanks to you for your participation. Anybody else? Some professions are missing.
Teacher, security, excuse me,
Yes, sir.
security word number 16?
Security guard.
Yes,
Security guard 16. Correct. Security or security guard.
security guard, okay?
Okay, correct. What about 15 and 14?
I'm
Yes.
not sure, but
Fixing-
15 is
Fixing
Number
from
14.
the clerk.
No.
No.
Number
No. Yes, tell me.
14 is salesperson.
Okay, correct. Salesperson. Number
No.
14, this lady, right? Okay. What about 15? What do you think?
a cashier.
Let's see. Correct. She's a cashier. Okay, we can see it right clearly, but she's a cashier. Okay. So you see there you have most of the, here we have, for example, here we have this boy, right? That is a bellhop or bellboy or bellhop. Okay? You see this boy. And in this case, that is similar, this gentleman, that is similar to a receptionist. But this is more specific for a hotel. Front desk clerk. Because the function, things that they do are different. Okay, the receptionist just, let's say that the receptionist just give information. A receptionist gives information. Okay, and receive, right, people. But a front desk clerk, they register people, and most of the time they are in hotels, okay, in hotels. So that is the difference, but that, let's say that it's similar, okay, it's similar somehow. And well, that's it, I think. That's it about the professions. Just remember that a nurse, right? A nurse is a boy or a girl. A receptionist, similar to a front desk clerk. And the pronunciation security guard. But let's listen. Now, I'm gonna play the audio so we can listen pronunciation. Now that you told me the answers, okay, that were right. You did a very good job. Let's listen.
Unit 8. Where do you work? Page 50. Exercise 1. Word power. Jobs. Part A. Match the jobs with the pictures. Then listen and practice. 1,
J. Police officer.
2,
O. Taxi driver.
3,
P. Vendor.
4, G. Host. 5, N. Server.
Okay, here we have, remember, a taxi driver. But you can use that expression, that profession, a bus driver, a train driver. Okay, different people, right? It depends on what you drive. A truck driver, taxi driver, bus driver. You just add the specific transportation. Okay, and it's easy. We don't have to change the name, right? We don't have to change the name like in Spanish, that for each person is different, right? Camionero, taxista, busero. No, right? In English, it's easier because you just say bus driver, taxi driver, truck driver. It's better, okay? And in this case, server is similar to waiter. Waiter for boys and waitress for girls. Okay, and the host, look at this lady here. She's the host, right? So she's receiving people. She's saying, come in, welcome, take a seat. Okay, so she's the host. Let's continue.
6,
Well, excuse me. And here we have number 6. Here, we can hardly see the chef, right? But this is the chef.
Unit 8. Where do you N. Server. 6, D. Chef. 7,
Well, look at the pictures.
Unit 8. Where do you work?
I won't move it.
Page 50.
I won't move it because
6,
they disappear. So it's better that you see it in the phone, please.
Unit 8. Where do you work? Page 3,
P. Vendor.
4, G. Host. 5, N. Server. 6, D. Chef. 7,
K. Receptionist.
8.
A. Accountant.
9.
I. Office manager.
And here is the same. Let's stop here again. Office manager is similar to the driver, right? You just add the specific type, and there you have different professions. Office manager, marketing manager, human resources manager, etc. You just add the specific before the noun. In this case is manager. In the previous case was driver. So you just add the specific transportation, bus, train. So you see, it's easy in English. Easier, a piece of cake.
10.
F. Front desk clerk.
11.
B. Bellhop.
12.
H. Nurse.
13.
E. Doctor.
14.
L. Salesperson.
15.
C. Cashier.
16.
M. Security guard.
Okay, and those are the professions. Those are the professions that we're gonna be using today and during this unit. Okay, so now let's speak for a while. What profession looks interesting for you? Of those, right? Of those of the vocabulary, the ones that you have in the pictures, what profession is interesting or looks good for you? Would you like to be a police officer? What do you think about police officer? Yes or no? Okay, think about it. Think about it, that I'm gonna take the attendance. Take the screenshot. Okay, here we go. Ready? Just let me send it to the group. Okay. Give me a second to call your names. I'm opening the attendance list. Give me a second. And I can open the attendance. Okay, now. Here we go with the attendance. Alejandro Alfonso.
Present.
Okay. Alison Jasmine.
Present, teacher.
Okay, thanks. Ana Cristina. Ana Cristina? No. Ángela Stephanie.
Present.
Okay. Azucena del Carmen.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Miss Castillo. Carlos Ernesto.
Present.
Okay, Mr. Linares. César Augusto.
Present, teacher.
Okay, sir. César Augusto. Well, it's noisy, it's noisy. Okay, I was with Cesar Augusto. He said present. Claudia Verónica. No. Cristian Alfonso.
Present.
Okay. Mr. Ramirez. Erika Ivette. Erika Ivette. No. Ever Ernesto.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Mr. Lemus. Jaime Alberto.
Present, teacher.
Mr. Rivera. Janet Lisbeth.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay, Ms. Ramirez. Jose Nelson.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Mr. Mejía. Juan Carlos. Juan Carlos. No. Karen Giselle.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Miss Morales. Carla Sofía.
Present.
Okay. Luis Fernando.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay, Mr. Hernández. Mario Edgardo. No. Marta Alicia. No. Marta Lilian.
Soy Marta Alicia.
Ah, okay. You didn't answer, Miss. Okay. Let me change. Okay, Marta Alicia. Marta Lilian. Marta Lilian. No. Okay. Morena Estefanía. Morena Estefanía. No. Olivia.
Present, teacher.
Okay, thanks, Miss Barrier. Patricia Beatriz.
Present, teacher.
Okay, thanks, Miss Alfaro. Janet. Reina Janet. Reina Janet. No. Rina Marlene.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Miss Ramirez. Tatiana Carolina. Tatiana. No. Virginia del Carmen. Virginia del Carmen. No. Senia Abigail.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Miss Rivas. Sara Mayra.
Present teacher.
Okay, Miss Burgos. Tania Marleni. Tania Marleni. No. Vilma Marleni.
Present teacher.
Okay, Miss Márquez. Fátima Valencia. Fátima Valencia. No. Domingo Vladimir. Domingo. No. Ricardo Vladimir. Ricardo. No. Okay. Well, thanks for answering.
Disculpe, no me mencionó en la lista, pero acá estoy.
Your name?
César Eduardo Linares Robles.
César Eduardo. Don't remember your name. Let me see. Let me open again. Okay, well, César Eduardo.
Sí.
Quizás se me fue porque ya le había puesto presente. A saber
No.
cuánto les pongo presente, ¿verdad? Ok, como hay otro César Augusto. César y César. Bueno, quizás no lo mencioné. Ok, well. Nobody else?
Teacher,
Yes, Miss.
me está fallando el micrófono de la compu, ya me conecté con mi celular. Usted no me escuchó, yo le respondí.
Your name? Let me see your name.
Marta Lilian Santos Díaz.
Okay, let me go to the attendance. Let me go back to the attendance. Marta Lilian. Let me see. Marta Lilian. Okay. Yes, I didn't listen. Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, anytime. Thanks to you. Okay, anybody else, right? Nobody else. So let's continue. So I was asking you, what profession? Now you already thought, right, about that. Tell me, what profession looks good for you? Of those that we have in the vocabulary.
Sure.
Yes, Miss?
How do you say aeromos?
Aeromosa.
Yes.
Yes, let me remember. Flight attendant.
Flight attendant.
Attendant. Flight attendant. Yes, but the professions that we have there, police officer, so we can practice because the idea is to practice, right? The vocabulary, the pronunciation. But if you want to tell me about a flight attendant, tell me.
Engineer.
Okay, but tell me full ideas, my dear people. Speak, right? Tell me. Tell me
Teacher,
full. Yes.
teacher, in my case, ¿cómo se diría? ¿Me ayuda con la traducción? Cuando se dice presentador de deportes, ¿cómo se diría en inglés?
Forecaster. Sport.
¿Cómo?
Forecaster.
Ah,
Sport.
ok.
Forecaster.
Okay, it's interesting for me.
Interesting.
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 Yes, interesting for me.
Okay, good. And
I
of
love
this,
sports.
you love it, okay? And of these professions, which one?
Police officer.
Police officer, do you think?
Yes.
Why?
For ¿cuál sería la palabra?
It's exciting? Do you think it's exciting?
Exciting and for honor. And
Okay. I
yeah,
got it. Yes.
mhm,
Okay, it's like a noble profession. You mean that?
yes, it's
Ah,
respect for the
okay.
authors. Yes,
Okay. Very
it's not
respectful.
not easy. It's not easy profession.
Yes, it's not easy, right?
Mhm.
It's not easy. You have to be, well, a good police officer has to be disciplined, respectful, honorable, right? Etc. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, it's true. It's true. That's a good one.
Teacher,
Yes.
present in my class, I am late, but I can hear you.
Ah, okay. You are late. Let me see your name.
Cristina. Ana Dimas.
Let me go back to the attendance. Give me a second, guys. Please. You say Cristina. Can you repeat your name, please?
Ana Dimas.
Okay. Here you are.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna write 30, okay? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me, teacher, but I
Okay.
finish my work at 8 o'clock.
You leave work at 8.
Yes, teacher.
Oh my
Every
goodness.
day.
Every day?
Yes, teacher.
Oh my goodness. Do you live near? Do you live near your job? Or far?
No, far, because I live in Cocatancingo and my job is in Sabor del Mundo.
Ah, but you go, I mean, you arrive early. Yeah, in 30 minutes. Yes, 40 minutes. Yes. Okay, you must drive fast.
Yes, teacher. Excuse me.
Okay, but be careful, be careful. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, miss, there you are. Okay, so we have different professions here, right? We are talking about professions, miss. Okay, so some of you mentioned, right? Some good professions that looks good for you. But the question here is, let's continue, right? Move on to the next activity, her work. What does she do? Do you remember the question? I'm gonna take the screenshot, miss. I forgot it. So I have to take the screenshot again. I forgot it. Okay. Here we go. Okay, ready? Okay, let me send again. Let me see if this is your group. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, now let's go back to the book. Okay, so I was telling you that here we have the question, the magic question. No, because remember that when we want to know about someone else's profession or occupation, the question is, what do you do? Right? What do you do? What do you do? That's the question. When you want to know about someone else's profession, what do you do? Right? So in this case, what does she do? Why? Well, because we have a she, we have a third person, a singular. She. Remember that we have been studying that when you have a she, you need to ask does. So now you are asking about someone else's profession, a she in this case. What does she do? Right? So we are talking about the profession. Remember that those questions, what do you do and what does she do, you can replace, of course, right? What does your mother do? What does your sister do? What does your daughter? What does your father do? Okay, it's a question about someone else's father, someone else's daughter, etc. What does your daughter, what does your father do? But in this case, it's in general. What does she do? And what do you do is direct to you. What do you do? I am a doctor. I am a seller. I am a vendor. I am a secretary. I am etc. Right? So it's about you. But this question is not about you. What does she do? About someone else. So the answer, she's a police officer. She's a nurse. He's a nurse. He's an accountant. And something that I want you to take into account for today with this practice. When you say the profession, in English, we need this, a or an. Before a consonant, a police. Before a vowel, an accountant. I know that in Spanish it's not necessary, right? Soy una contadora. Soy un contador. But in English, yes. We need to say, I am a police officer. I am an accountant. I am a doctor. I am a seller. Yes?
Other example, an is an architect.
Correct, with a vowel, correct?
Yes.
With a vowel, correct. That's another example. Thanks. Okay, an architect. Because architect starts with a vowel, so I need an architect, an accountant, an engineer. Because those professions start with a vowel. But if you have a consonant, like the P in police, you use a police officer. An officer in general, right? An officer. So you see, don't forget to use an and a in this practice today, because it's part of the structure in English. It sounds weird. It sounds a little bit strange if I said, I am doctor. I am police officer. Sounds strange, sounds weird in English. Okay, so let's do this question. You're gonna go to the breakout rooms and you're gonna do this question. What does she do? But in this case, you will have to use what does, not she, right? Because here we have many she's. The doctor is a she. Who else is a she? The police officer, the host. Who else? The manager, the accountant. They are she. So if someone said, what does she do? Who is she? You won't give the answer, right? So in this case, I recommend you that you use what does number 1 do? What does number 11? What does number 12 do? In this case, right? Because we need to recognize. Because I don't think that is very practical to write a name for every person. For example, this is Steve, right? And the girl will be Maria. No. So we won't write a name for each person. So in this case, we have to call number 4, number 5, number 13. Okay, that's the question that you're gonna do to practice the profession. What does number do? What does number 3? And the answer, his or she's, it depends. Remember, if it is a boy, his. If it is a girl in the picture, she's. And don't forget, please, don't forget, before the profession, a or an. Because that's the way that we have to use. Okay, so an example. Volunteers to do the example. Give me a question, please. What does, and tell me number 4, number 5, I don't know, any number that you want. There you have the pictures in the chat, right? You have the pictures in the chat. So you can check there. Volunteer to do the question?
For example, what does number 3 do?
Okay, what does number 3 do? Answer.
Okay.
Who do you want to answer? Who will answer?
B.
No, who will answer your question? The name of a classmate.
Number 3 is a vendor, right?
Vendor P.
Number 3?
Number 3?
No.
Yes.
No. What did you say, bellhop?
P. Vendor.
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 Yes.
Okay. I listened one male voice. Oía un chico que dijo, pero oí mal quizás. The audio maybe, right? I listened that he said help hop. Okay, bellhop, I mean. Okay, but he said vendor. Okay, good. So, but remember, his, okay?
Oh,
A vendor.
Vendor. He's a vendor.
Okay. Okay. So, any other example? One more question.
What does number 7 do?
Number 7. Who will answer that?
She's a receptionist.
Look in the picture. Number 7 is not a she.
Is
he a?
Yes.
He is a receptionist.
Yes, he. Correct. He's a receptionist. Okay, so that's the idea. The last example here in the main room. One more question, and tell me who will answer your question. One more question. What does? Nobody else?
What does the number 5
do? What does number 5 do? Don't forget do. That is the verb, right? What does number 5 do? Tell me a name. ¿Quién le va a contestar? Tell me a name. Who will answer your question? Choose someone.
Me, teacher.
Okay, well, there we have volunteers.
A server.
Me, teacher? Who said me, teacher?
Yo, teacher.
Oh, yeah, tell me.
He is a waitress.
Okay, waitress is for girls.
Waiter.
Waiter or waiter, correct.
Waiter.
But in this case, what is the name that we have here?
He's a
server.
Server.
In this case, server. He's a server.
Server.
Okay, so you see that what you're going to do in the breakout rooms, everybody, right? In the breakout room, everybody will ask and answer. Okay, so let's go to practice. Don't forget, the idea is to get familiar with the question. What does he, what does she do? Or in this case, what number?
The question is for lo que hace como profesión.
Yes. Yeah, when you do those questions, what do you do? Or what does he or she do? we are asking about the occupation or about the profession. Correct?
Okay, thanks.
Let's do groups of. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
I no understand.
Teacher,
Yes.
my classmate me acaba de preguntar, what do you do? Entonces, my answer is, I'm in class. It is correct.
No, in that case, what do you do is your profession. No, what are you doing?
Okay.
Okay, what are you doing is I am in class. But
Okay.
this expression, what do you do, is to talk about the profession or the occupation. You can say, I am a student.
I am a student, yes.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
You are a
Okay.
student.
Thanks.
Okay, but remember that in this moment, the idea is to practice the insert person. What does with the pictures.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, teacher.
Okay.
He is a server. He's a
Excuse
server.
me?
He is a server.
He is.
He is a server, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
But thank you.
okay.
Now you do questions.
Okay,
You ask me.
okay.
Ask me.
Ask me.
Okay. What does number 11 do?
Excuse me. No puedo verla.
She's a
An account.
Accountant.
account.
Ay, a ver, voy yo, porque la 9 sí me pierdo. What does number 9 do?
What does number 9?
Number 9. 9.
She's a office. She's an office manager. She's an office manager.
Management. Okay.
He is a bellhop.
He's a bellhop. What does number 5 do?
He is a chef.
No, number 5.
Number 5.
He is a server.
He's a server.
He is a server, sería.
Sí.
Okay.
O
What does...
waiter también se puede. Que es
Yeah,
como
you can
mesero.
say waiter or server. Okay, Luis, you haven't sent the message to the text. The reason why you use your cameras off, I mean. So please, the reason, as Carlos did, send a message, please, So the coordinator will know why you have your camera on in the screenshot. Okay, so please, I said it again. Don't forget to do it. Okay, thanks in advance for doing it.
Perdón, in WhatsApp or?
Yes,
or...
yes, in WhatsApp, because
okay.
I need they to see why. Okay, so because they will see the screenshot without camera, right? Or over and over again. So we'll have a reason, I guess. So let them know why. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thanks in advance.
Salesperson number salesperson is number 14.
Salesperson.
Salesperson.
Salesperson is 14. Okay.
Teacher.
Yes, Miss
Lopez.
Lopez.
It's possible you share the names.
Names of what?
All names, because I can see
What do
the
you
picture.
mean? All names.
All names. Los nombres que estaban arriba de los dibujos.
Ah, okay. Okay, there you have your book, okay? This is of your book. Okay, this is of your book. There you have it in their book. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna send it. But remember that this is part of your book. Okay, so you have it there.
Okay. Thanks, teacher.
Okay, Miss.
How do you mean host in Spanish?
Can you repeat the question?
Host.
The question? Do the question?
What do you mean host?
What do you mean?
Host.
No.
Letter G.
No. What does?
What
What do you mean? No. What does host mean?
What does host mean?
Okay, there you are. Yeah, it means anfitriona, right? O anfitriona. You
Okay,
receive,
thanks.
that person receive. Say hello, welcome, come in, take a seat.
Thanks, teacher.
Okay.
What does shoe number what does number 5?
No. What does number 5 do?
Okay. What does number 5 do?
Number 5. She is a vendor.
No. Number 5? I think number 5 is not a vendor.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
No.
No. A server.
It's server. Sorry.
What does number 3 do?
Number 3. She is a vendor.
Okay.
Okay.
Lo confundí.
Ok. Creo que ya no me...
I hope that you have the opportunity to practice. Okay, that is easy, right? It's easy. The practice is easy, but you can remember the question related with the profession, occupation, right? What do you do is not, I'm taking English classes. No, the question is not what are you doing? What do you do when you listen that is connected with the profession, okay, or the occupation? You can say, I'm a student, okay, and a housewife. That's an occupation. It's not necessary to be a specific profession. Okay, it can be an occupation or something that you do. Okay, well, let's continue. Let's move on. And here we have, please tell me, you see here examples. A doctor works in a hospital. A nurse works in a hospital too. So you're gonna tell me full sentences, please. People who works in an office, but with full sentences. With the, I mean, based on the vocabulary that you have there. Who works in an office?
They are accountants.
Okay, give me an accountant works in a house, in an office.
Oh, okay. An accountant work in an office.
Works.
Work.
Secretary.
Yeah, works. That's why I want you, my dear people, to use full sentences, because you see, we need to use an before accountant, because it's a vowel, an accountant, and the verb works in an office. Okay, so you see, that's what I need you to use, full sentences. So in that way, we're gonna practice the different, let's say, details that we have to use. Works, remember, works, because is in present is one person. Okay, next.
An officer, manager.
Office manager work in an office.
Works. I listen someone saying work. An office manager works, because it's one, right? An office manager works. Remember, third person present in an office. Okay, someone else?
A receptionist.
A receptionist.
Works in an office.
Correct.
In an office.
And a receptionist in that case is a, because we have receptionist. Works in an office. Correct. Anybody else in an office who works in an office? Nobody else? Well, let's continue.
Teacher, the janitor works in an office?
Yes.
Conserje?
Yeah, the janitor, yes, works in an office. Okay, but remember that we're trying to use what is there, but it's correct. Okay, yes. And in a store?
Security guards works in a store.
Okay, correct. Security guard. Correct. Security. Correct. Guard works. Correct. In a store. Okay, there we are. A security guard works in a store. Anybody else?
A salesperson works in a store.
Okay, correct, Christina. A salesperson works in a store. Who else?
A cashier works in an office, in a store, sorry.
Okay, yes, in a store. Okay, a cashier works in a store. Correct. Okay, there we have, right? And that's the point, that we need to use the specific structures, okay? Remember, with the professions, we use a or an, okay? An or a. Okay. So we have, who wears a uniform? A police officer wears a uniform. Do you remember this verb? Wears? Wear? Do you remember this verb?
You use for clothes.
Yes. No. So not just for clothes. Let me tell you. Okay, not just for clothes, my dear people. Wear is a verb that we use for anything that we put on. So I'm wearing a necklace.
Necklace.
I'm wearing, or I wear bracelet.
A watch. Bracelet.
Bracelet. Okay. What else? I wear. I'm leaving now. Okay, I wear.
A purse. A purse.
Okay, a purse or a handbag. Right?
A bag.
A bag or a handbag. I don't know. I wear.
I wear.
Yeah, because it's on my body. Okay, so not just the clothes, not just a blouse. For example, I wear a, what color is this? Purple, purple blouse.
I wear earrings.
Correct. I wear earrings.
Earrings.
I wear.
I wear. Yes.
For example, Rina wears, because it's third person, right? Rina wears glasses.
Yes.
Mr. Rivera wears glasses. Alfonso wears headsets. Because it's on his body. You see? So remember, and Angela wears headsets too, right? So you see, that's the idea. Anything that is on your body, we use wear. No use. Okay, I use a cell phone because it's not on my body, right? So I use a cell phone in that case. Okay, so you see, don't forget it. That is a verb that I wanted you to remember. The use of this verb. Okay, so who wears a uniform? And let me tell you here something. Look at this question. What can you notice in this question? What can you notice in this question? Parece como que no tiene auxiliar, right? Yes? Do you, does she, is she? ¿Por qué? Cuando usted pregunta de la persona que no sabe de quién es, no usa auxiliar. So, who wears a uniform? Porque no tiene sujeto. Porque es lo que anda preguntando quién o qué. No tiene sujeto la oración. Y le pongo sujeto. So, in that case, in other words, no sabemos qué le voy a poner. ¿Cómo voy a saber si le pongo do o da si no sé quién es, si no sé quién es quién? Digámoslo así. Ok, so cuando en la incógnita está el sujeto, no uso auxiliar. That's why we have this structure here. Who wears a uniform? Parece en afirmativo, right? Porque tiene el cambio del verbo. Pero hay una pregunta. Como algunos de ustedes son muy observativos y curiosos, ¿verdad? Tal vez podrían verlo y preguntarme y ya me las adelanté. Porque ahí no tiene el do o el das, o porque es directo, es una pregunta y que la modificación del verbo no era solo para afirmativas, Sofía. ¿Qué pasó ahí? Ok, well, that's what happened. You know, that's what happened. Y acá, en este tipo de preguntas, no sé quién es el sujeto porque es lo que ando preguntando. Who. No hay alguien específico. So that's why we use this type of structures. Okay? So don't forget it.
Una pregunta.
Yes, sir.
Pregunta,
Try
en
to
el
say it in
sentido,
English. Try to say
okay,
it in English.
yes. Who the verb wears in his wears for he or she, okay?
Mhm.
Porque no se sabe pues si es él o ella. So,
Yeah,
ajá.
we don't know who.
Ser él o ella, ajá. Yes, she or he.
Mhm.
The verb is one with s. Okay, understand.
Okay, good. Okay. Ay, qué super teacher soy yo, ya ven. Solo lo veo, me preguntan y ya entiendo. Just kidding. Ni le contesté, solo lo vi, ya entendió Mr. Lemon. Okay. Just kidding, Mr. Lemon. Okay, so let's continue. I know it happens to me, it happens to me. I ask my teachers for, I don't know, in any class, when I was in Portuguese, I asked my teacher, and during the question, I analyzed and I said, I got it. Okay, so it happens all the time. It happens to me too. That is good, right? That we find the answers. Okay, let's continue. We have a conversation here. Let's listen this conversation, and of course that we're gonna analyze some expressions and vocabulary if it is necessary. But I think we don't have a lot of new phrases or expressions here. I think they are already known for you. You are already familiarized with this vocabulary. But let's listen first, and then we're gonna discuss. I'm gonna send it. Remember that this is in your book. Okay, so you can follow, and you can follow your book. Okay, this is in your book. There are some parts that you don't have, but most of them you have them. But anyway, I'm gonna send this conversation so you can see it better, maybe. You can see it better because here is a little bit far. And if I put it closer, it moves, it goes to the previous page or the next page. So you can check it in your phone. Okay, so here we go. Let's listen.
Page 51. Exercise 3. Conversation. What does he do? Listen and practice.
Where does your brother work? In a hotel. Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's an accountant. How does he like it? He hates it. He doesn't like the manager. That's too bad. What hotel does he work for? The Plaza. That's funny. My brother works there too. Oh, that's interesting. What does he do? Actually, he's the manager.
Oops. He's the manager, the one that her brother hates. Okay, got it. You got the conversation, right? What a shame. What a shame. Qué pena, right? What a shame. Okay, so she said that her brother hates the manager, and it results that the other girl's brother is the manager. Imagine that situation. Okay, so let's listen together this part, and we're gonna see some expressions maybe. Where does your brother work? This is not new for you, right? Because there you have the structure of simple present. Your brother is a he. So where does your brother work? This is not new for you. In a hotel. In a hotel. Oh, really? My brother works, right? Because it's present. My brother works in a hotel too. He's an accountant. Look, an accountant. How does he like it? Okay. How does he like it is like you said, what does he think about that? How does he like it? Okay. How does he feel about that? What does he think about that place? That is the expression, right? How does he like it? So let's see what's his opinion.
Teacher,
Yes.
and that's too bad. What hotel does he work for?
Excuse me?
In this sentence, that's too bad. Why? La última parte, for. What hotel does he work for?
What happened with that? What's the question? Is it a question? Can you tell me the question, please? Excuse me, but I don't got it. I don't got it. What is the question, sir?
Que por qué es así la última parte.
Teacher.
Yes.
Teacher. Donde dice that's so bad. What hotel does he work for? Es como, perdón, ¿para qué trabaja en el hotel? Algo así.
No, que para qué hotel trabaja.
Okay,
Sí,
okay.
perdón.
I don't know if your question, let me have an interpretation. I don't know if the question is why they are using the preposition at the end. Or why is the other way around? Yeah, is that your question? Well, I don't know if that's the question. Okay, but let me just finish, right? Let me go. Give me a second. How does he like it? Okay, how does he like it is, remember, the opinion. So here we have something important. I'm gonna go to that part, okay? Give me a second. Because if I don't go in order, I can forget it. So I want to tell you about this part, the pronunciation. He hates it. Hates it. Because we have a third person, so we need to do the change, right? Add S. So the pronunciation will be hates it. In case that is a you will say I hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Because we have here the E that is in silence, so hate it. But in this case, it hates it. Because
Excuse me, teacher.
Without adding the S. Yes?
Excuse me, teacher. What mean you hate it?
Hate is the opposite of love. I love my mother. You love your mother. You love your daughter, right? Love. Okay, all we need is love.
Okay,
do you remember
thanks.
that song?
Yeah.
So, okay, so hate is the opposite of love. Got it? Is clear, Olivia? Got it?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's continue here. Remember the pronunciation when you practice. Hates it. Hates it. Because you have an S, so the pronunciation changes a little bit. Hate it and hates it. Okay, he doesn't like the manager because you have a negative. Negative for she, he does not. Okay, let's continue. And now we are in this question that I have. I guess that this is the question. In this question, you see, that's too bad. What hotel does he work for? And when you have prepositions, this is a preposition. So you have to identify prepositions. And that's the reason why it goes at the end. Because in English, we use the prepositions at the end of the questions. Because you can say, what for? ¿Para qué hotel? Porque ese what no va a la par del for, teacher. I don't know if that was the question, right? I guess I tried to understand the question, but I don't know, the boy didn't say anything else. Ya no me dijo nada el chico que le estaba preguntando si esa era la pregunta, okay? I hope that is the question.
Sí, era eso.
Okay, there you are. You disappeared, okay, thanks. Now that's the question. So what? Because that is a rule. Prepositions in a question goes at the end. For example, another example can be, who will you go with? Who will you go with? With is a preposition. So in that case, the question would be or should be, who will you go with? That's another preposition. So it goes at the end. It's not like in Spanish. ¿Con quién vas a ir? With who will you go? No, that is incorrect. In that sense, English and grammar has a different grammar. I mean, English and Spanish have a different grammar. So because the prepositions in a question goes at the end. Go at the end. Okay, so we won't say it's not correct. With who will you go? No. Who will you go with? What hotel does he work for? Okay, but that's not the moment because you are still in beginners, but okay, I'll try to explain it in a fast way because I won't go deeper. I won't go deeper because this is not the level to touch it. Okay, but someone asked, I try to explain a little bit. Okay, but this is not the level to, let's say, to go deeper. Okay, but
So,
there you have an idea.
So in this case, it's only for a question.
It depends because yes, yeah, let's say that is for a question. Okay, but there you have an idea, okay? Don't maybe wait. Okay, you will know soon perfectly about that. But there you have an idea, I hope. Or maybe it's clear now for you. Okay, so the plaza, that's funny. My brother works there too. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting. That's interesting. What does he do? About his profession, right? About his profession. Actually, he's the manager. Be careful with this expression. Actually is not, it doesn't mean literal, right? This is a false friend. I think all the languages have, maybe, I don't know if all the languages, but some friend of mine speak French. I don't speak French, but one day, okay, but some friends of mine speak French and they say that there are false friends. In Portuguese, that I speak Portuguese, okay, there are false friends. In English, there are false friends. What are the false friends? The false friends are the words that seems to be the same, parecen que es lo mismo, that in the other language. Por eso se llaman falsos amigos, you know. Because le dan la imagen de lo que no es. So in this case, actually no significa actualmente. You can use it, right? You can use it. But most of the time we say actually something equivalent to de hecho. Actually, did you do the activity? Did you already do the activity? Actually, Sofia, I sent it yesterday. ¿Ok? Ya hiciste la tarea. De hecho, anoche la envié. You see? Actually. Okay, do you have a car? Actually, I have a 2024 car. Okay, so you see, that is the meaning of actually. It's very often to use this expression in that sense. If you want to say it similar to Spanish, that actually is nowadays, can be, right? Nowadays, by now. There are some other expressions que conectarían con actualmente. But in this case, it's not. Most of the time in English, yes, it's possible. It's like a second meaning. Porque sí, significa eso también, pero lo más usado es actually, común de hecho. All right, so that is a false friend. Okay? There are some false friends in English. Okay? No siempre parece lo que es in the other language. Pero son pocos. Okay? No, they are not a lot. Okay? In Portuguese, we have a lot of false friends. Que parece, ay, si yo le entiendo, si dijo esto, lo otro. But it's not what we listen because it's different. So, but in English, no. Okay? In English, no many false friends. There are not many false friends, so don't worry. But in this case, actually, it's like a false friend. And well, those are the expressions that I wanted to share with you, that I want you to take notes, right, and to use, to add to your vocabulary, to add to your conversations, okay? And I don't know if you have any question about this. Any other question? Because you already did some questions, right? Any other question about phrases, vocabulary, expressions, structures in this sentence? I mean, in this conversation? No? Okay, well, if you don't have any question, because we already covered everything, every part, we already analyzed every part. Volunteers, tell me your name if you are a volunteer to do the conversation now, before you go to the breakout room. Tell me your name if you're a volunteer.
Me, Christian.
Christian and?
Rina.
And Rina, okay. So you are Jordan, Christian, you said Christian, right? And Rina, you are Alicia. Go ahead.
Okay. Where does your brother work?
In a hotel.
In a hotel.
Oh, really?
Hotel, in a hotel.
In a hotel.
Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's an accountant.
How does he like it?
He hates it. He doesn't like the manager.
That's too bad. What hotel does they work for?
Does he work for?
Oh,
Does he work for?
Does he work for?
The plaza.
That's funny. My brother works there too.
Oh, that's interesting. What does he do? What does interesting? What does? Oh, that's interesting. What does he do?
Actually, he's the manager.
Okay, remember the meaning, right? Actually, he's the manager, because remember that her brother hates the manager. Okay, so that's why she said, actually, he's the manager, the one that your brother hates. Okay, well, okay, just 2 more volunteers, because you're gonna go to the breakout room, or maybe 2 more pairs, right? vamos dos parejas más solamente porque vamos a hacerlo en el break room. So Ever and, okay, let me see because I can see. Okay, so we have Ever and Jaime en Olivia con alguien más. Si hay alguien más para hacer dos. Ok, y César. Y de ahí vamos todos a los breakout rooms, ok? Ok, so here we go. Let me share it again. So don't forget it, please. Okay. So, Ever, you are Jordan, right? And,
Okay.
and Mr.
Me?
What?
Me?
Yes.
Rivera?
Okay, Mr. Rivera, you are Alicia.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Where does your brother work?
In a hotel.
Oh, really? My brother's work in a hotel, too. He's accountant.
An accountant. An accountant.
An accountant, sorry.
How does he like it?
He hates it. He doesn't like the manager.
That's too bad. What hotel does he work for?
That's the plaza.
Okay. That's funny. My brother works there too.
Oh, that's interesting. What does he do?
Actually, he's the manager.
Okay, actually, he's the manager. The one that your sister hates. You can add that to the conversation. Now, okay. So let's see. The next volunteer, the last pair, that will be Cesar and Olivia, I said, right? I think. So you are Jordan, Olivia?
Where does your brother work?
In a hotel.
Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too.
Hotel.
Hotel too. He's an accountant.
An accountant.
He's an
accountant. An accountant.
How does he like it?
He hates it. He doesn't like the manager.
That's too bad. What hotel does he work for?
The plaza.
Hotel, okay? The plaza.
That's funny. My brother works there too.
Oh, that's interesting.
Interesting. Interesting.
That's interesting. What does he do?
Actually, he's the manager.
Okay, actually, he's the manager. Okay, good. So you see, thanks. Let me just make an emphasis here. And I always try that you realize, that you identify this in the pronunciation. Remember that it's not incorrect to say an accountant separated, right? It's not incorrect, but it's better an accountant. You can join here because remember what I always said, when you have a consonant and then you have a vowel or a sound of a consonant and then a vowel, you can join the pronunciation. So in this case, Anna, an accountant. He's an accountant. He's an accountant. Another that we have here is like it. That is very common, right? Like it, like it, like it. Because in this case, we have a neither, teacher. It's a vowel. Yeah, but it doesn't sound. It's silence. So the last sound is of a consonant and a vowel. So we can join again, like it, like it. Okay, one word, one pronunciation. And the other that we have here is haste it. What I explained, right? A consonant sound and a vowel sound. It. So again, put it together. Hates it. Hates it. Okay. What else? Oh, well, I think that's it. Okay, but keep that in mind, please. Always keep that in mind. Work in pronunciation, okay? It's better, it's better. It sounds more fluent, okay? It sounds more natural and more fluent. It's not prohibited, right? It's not incorrect to say like it or an accountant. No, it's not bad. It's not incorrect, but it's more used when we join, okay? Okay, so let's go to practice. Now everybody will practice. Will you do, please, that conversation? Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna do trios. You know why, right? In case that someone leaves the meeting, the breakout room, you can practice with someone else. But if you are 3 in the breakout room, take turns. Take turns.
Jordan, you're Jordan, me, Alicia.
Okay.
That's right.
Where does your brother work?
In a hotel.
Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's
Hotel.
an hotel.
Hotel.
Work in a hotel too. He's an accountant.
How does he like it?
He hates it. He doesn't like the managers.
Hades. Hades.
Katie.
Hades.
Katie. Katie. Katie hates. He does not like the manager.
That's too bad. What hotel does he work for?
Okay. Excuse me, sorry to interrupt you, but I couldn't activate my microphone. I was telling you that it's not hated.
Hades.
Hated.
Hated.
Yes, because remember that you are adding the S.
Hated. Hated.
Hated.
Hated.
Hated. And in this case, this is hated. When you don't have the S, this is hated. This is hated. But when you add the S for he, she, it, hated. When you don't add the S, I, you, we, hate it. Okay?
Hated. ¿Así? Hated. It's okay?
Yes.
Hated.
That's what I said. Hates it. And remember, hate it, no S, right? I hate it. You hate it. But she hates it.
Hates it.
Yes.
Hotel,
when we,
hotel.
Hotel.
Hotel. Hotel.
Yes. Hates it. Hasted.
Hasted. Hasted. Otra vez comenzamos.
Okay.
Okay.
Ahora empieza usted y sigo yo. Otra vez
Okay.
intercambiamos.
Where does your brother work?
In a hotel.
Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's
Hotel.
He's in a hotel. Sorry.
Hotel, Luis.
Hotel.
Yes, I know
Okay.
Carlos, excuse me.
Okay. Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's an accountant.
Who does he like it?
He hates it. He doesn't like the manager.
That's too bad. What hotel does he work for?
The plaza.
That's funny. My brother works there too.
Oh, that's interesting. What does he do?
Actually, he's the manager.
Actually.
Okay. Actually.
Yes, actually.
Actually, he's the manager.
Okay, correct.
Okay. No sé si quiere, bueno, tiene que participar Cristina, ¿verdad?
Cristina.
Vale.
Pero no miro el picture.
Ya lo mandó la teacher a
Okay.
WhatsApp, sí.
Okay.
And the other word is interesting. Interesting.
También. Actually. Actually.
Actually. Okay.
Actually.
I'm going to start. Where does your brother work?
In a hotel.
Hotel.
Oh, really?
Hotel.
In a hotel.
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 Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too.
Hotel.
He's an accountant. Hotel.
Hotel, no hotel. Hotel.
Hotel.
Okay.
Oh, does he like it?
He hates it. He doesn't like the manager.
Hates it. Hates it.
He hates it.
Hates it. Hates it.
Hates it.
There you are.
Hates it.
Hates it. Hates it.
Okay.
That's too bad. What hotel does he work for?
The plaza.
That's funny. My brother works 32.
Oh, that's interesting. What does he do?
Actually, he's the manager.
Actually.
Actually.
¿Cómo es?
Actually.
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 He's the manager. Actually.
He's the manager.
He's the manager. Okay, there we have, right? Practicing pronunciation. Remember that when we have conversations, it's not just to repeat, okay? It's to understand. It's to observe the pronunciation, the combination. Okay, so it's not just repeat like, like a robot or like a recorder. No, it's that you understand what you are saying. Is that you understand what you are using. Okay? For example, I insist on what? Haste it. Okay, haste it. But that's not just for haste it. If you have an S and then an it in another verb, it's the same. Okay, for example, can you help me? A verb with it Another verb in third person with
Like
it.
Like it.
Like it.
Likes it. Because the idea is to third person in the first verb. So she likes it. She likes it. She likes it. It's like she hates it. You see? She likes it. She hates it. Etc. So that's for any other verb that you have that combination with it in third person, right? The verb in third person and it. The pronunciation is the same. So that's what I want that you observe, right? Not just to repeat. The idea is to get familiar with the pronunciation and with the language, how it works. Tell me.
How do you say hate?
Hates it.
Hates it? What the significant?
What does hates it mean?
What does hates it mean?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna write this expression. I'm gonna tell you. This is when you want to know the meaning of something. Please take notes, everybody, if you don't know, and use this expression. What does and what does, and you have here the word mean. That is the expression. That is the question. So in this case, what does haste it mean? What does computer mean? What does guitar mean? I don't know. You're gonna write here the word that you need to know. What does the word that you need to know and mean? Okay, so take notes so you can use, please, that expression when you want to ask me. Okay, Miss, hate is the opposite of love. I was telling to Olivia, right? That meaning, I love my mother. You love your daughter, your father, you love, right? So hate is the opposite of love. So in third person, we add S. Hate is the verb. And in third person, hates. And when you combine it with it, that is the pronunciation, hates it.
Hates it.
The opposite of love.
Teacher, and other example is love it.
Okay, could be. What is the pronunciation?
Love it.
No.
No.
In third person, no.
Loves it.
Loves it.
Okay.
Loves
it.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Because if you leave it love it. There is for you love it. They love it. I love it. She loves it.
Loves. Yes.
He or he.
Yeah, anybody or it, right?
Loves.
That is the difference.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna work in. You're gonna do a game. Okay, let me show you this game. Look, this part. You're gonna do this game that is guess, right? Guess the profession. Here you have some phrases. I take people to the emergency room. I work at night. I sit all day or all night. I work in a hospital. I wear a uniform. Okay, those are like clues, right? Pistas. So the question is, are you, if someone said, I help sick people, are you a nurse? No, I'm not. Are you a doctor? No, I'm not. Oh, yes, I am. Okay? So you can use these expressions. I work in a hospital, I work at night, or you can say, for example, I cook delicious food. Who am I? I cook delicious food. Who am I?
She works in a restaurant.
You are a chef.
You are a chef, correct? Or the question, are you a chef? Yes, I am. Another example, I work in a store and I receive the money.
She is a cashier.
Are you a cashier?
Are you a cashier?
Are you a cashier?
Yes, I am. Okay, so you see, that's the game. Easy, right? You can use these expressions that I'm gonna send to the group in this moment, or you can use any other clues, okay? Any other expressions. Okay, there you have the examples, but you can use any other as I did. Okay, let's go 5 minutes to the breakout rooms. In this case, I'm gonna do groups of 5 because everybody can participate, right? Someone gives the clues and the rest of you guess. Remember the questions. Are you?
Hi, man. Wait. Me, I'm going to start. I'm the person who helped to carry her or his backpack in a hotel.
Sure. Okay, I say it in one. I help people to carry. Okay, if it would be you. Okay, if it would be you. So I help people to carry their
backpack.
Their bags. Their bags. Okay. Who's he? His? No idea? I know who he is.
Somebody. That's an idea.
Yeah.
Who?
Okay, I'm gonna be the winner. Are you a bellhop?
Yes, I'm a bellhop.
Okay, so I'm the winner.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's the way. Okay. Remember the vocabulary that is there. Okay, you have a couple of minutes more. Continue playing.
Okay.
What is the answer about the question?
Okay,
For example,
I work in a restaurant.
Okay, an example, I work in the restaurant.
Are you a chef?
Yes.
Or are you a server?
Yes, it's correct.
Everything, Mr. Lemus, just one. Just one. Are you a chef? Yes. Are you a server? Yes. No, you have to have someone.
One, yes. Oh, chef or server is valid. Oh, it's correct.
No, because it's not the same a server that a chef.
No, work in the restaurant.
Yeah, but it's one person specifically.
Okay, yes. Yeah, understand. Yes. Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Okay, work in the restaurant.
Como es trabajo, Alejandro. O sea,
¿Cómo?
yo trabajo de vendedor, I am work a vendor.
I am work a vendor.
No. I am work a vendor, no. First, you don't combine never verb to be with another verb, remember. Verb to be, a menos que usted le ponga ing al otro verbo, pero allá no está en presente, está diciendo del momento. I am working as a vendor. So it's something eventual, right? No permanent. And you have to say, I work. I work, but you know, it's better in English. I am, or I work as
a vendor.
I work as a vendor. I work as a vendor, or I am a vendor directly.
Okay.
But never combine verb to be con el otro verbo sin ponerle ing. Y si le pone ing ya es otro tiempo. So I am work. Okay, be careful with that, please.
I work a vendor.
I work as a vendor.
As a vendor.
Yes, or you can say, I am a vendor. I am, right? I am directly. I am a vendor.
I am a vendor. Yo soy vendedora.
Yeah, it's better. I mean, I work as a vendor is the same, but it's more simple. I am a vendor.
Okay.
And, well, I don't know how you are doing the game, pero la idea era que los demás le dijeran a la persona, are you a vendor? Yes, I am. Okay, dependiendo de las claves, de, no, how do you say, de las pistas, right, the clues, que le dieron. That was the idea.
Thanks,
Okay.
teacher.
Okay.
Sorry, ¿qué?
I wear a uniform.
Perdón que no entiendo.
Sorry.
I wear a
You
uniform.
You wear a uniform.
Yes, I wear a uniform.
So if it is a question, Arlene, do you wear uniform? Because it's a question. Remember, el do and does to do a question, Arlene.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Okay, don't forget it. Girls, you were not using the camera today. What's going on? You
La
use...
mía se está desconectando y conectándose, como que el cablecito me está fallando.
Okay, it's not every day, right? But if it continue happening, send a message, please, okay?
Sí, sí, hasta ahorita que me está fallando.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you, it's not every day.
No,
In your case, yes, in your case, it's not every day. Okay. Okay, tomorrow you're gonna model. Okay, you're gonna tell me the way that you did it in the breakout rooms. Remember that you have to say like it would be you, right? Como si fuera usted. It would be you. One of your classmates said in the breakout room, I help people with their bags. I help people with their bags. So I told him, right, say it as I help people. So the other, okay, the other person can say, are you this? Yes. Are you, or no, are you that? Yes, I am a bellhop, for example, right? So that's the idea, okay? Directly, as it would be you, okay? Tomorrow we're gonna model for everybody what you did in the breakout rooms, okay? to continue practicing a little bit more. So that's it for today. Thanks for your participation and for your attendance. Okay, hope to see you tomorrow. Have a nice night.
Thank you, teacher. Good
Bye
night.
bye.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Bye. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night, Miss.
Good
Good
night.
night. Good night.
Good night. Have a nice night.